Edition of Save a Life. Good Morning Tucson's Samantha Cortese teamed up with the American Red Cross to show you a technique that you're most likely to use on friends and family.
If something happened at home and you had to give CPR to a family member, would you know what to do? If not, we got Keely Breedlove here from the American Red Cross to show us how, and we have Anne, the dummy, who's politely gonna allow us to perform on her. Okay, so Keely, show us what to do if we had to give CPR. You say it happens most often in the home with a family member.
Yes, you're most often going to be giving CPR to a family member or a close friend.
Okay.
And so what you're going to want to do is make sure that the person is on the floor on their back.
Okay.
And you're going to want to get on the side of them, and you're going to start with your hand center on their chest. You're going to interlace your fingers, but you're going to keep your bottom hand with your fingers outward because you don't want to be clutching their chest and scratching. And so you're going to want to push very deep, at least 2 inches for adults.
2 inches into the heart?
Yep, straight into the chest.
Okay.
Like that. And you're going to want to do it pretty fast because you have to do 100 to 120 compressions per minute. So it'll go something like this.
And you might break a rib.
And you might break a rib, yeah. Because you do want to make sure that you're going deep, and you want to have your shoulders over your hands so that you're giving a straight vertical compression, you know, because you don't want any sort of kind of diagonal slanted compressions because that won't reach the heart properly. Yeah.
So after 30, then you move on to
2 rescue breaths. And so when you're doing rescue breaths, you want to make sure that you tilt the head back into a pass neutral position. You don't want to tilt it too far back just in case there's any sort of spinal injury or anything like that. But so you're going to put your hands on their forehead, and you're going to tilt their head back like that with the fingers, and then you're going to want to put on the breathing barrier.
There it is.
So you put on the breathing barrier, you have their head tilted back, and you take 2 breaths. You're going to do 1 breath, pause, and do another breath. So
Keely was a lifeguard for many years. She's done this a ton of times.
And you want to make sure that the chest rises when you give rescue breaths. And so if you see that the chest isn't rising, I mean, if somebody goes into cardiac arrest, this wouldn't necessarily be the case, but if you're giving CPR on somebody who may have been choking, then you're going to want to be looking for an object because their airway might be blocked.
So if you want to learn more, where do we go, Keely?
Okay, so you would go online to redcross.org and you can schedule the class, and we have plenty of community classes here in Tucson, and we would love to have more people come out. Actually, the Red Cross is hoping to, you know, expand its reach out on the Tucson communities.
Keely, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you very
Hopefully
much.
People at home learned a little something about CPR just in case you ever have to use it at home.
And that's Samantha Cortese reporting. The American Red Cross also offers online classes.
Sign up your family or the office for certification. The link is on KGUN9.com.